Meet Da Vinci, a boy of 8. Da Vinci was just 8 years old, but he was already a handful. His parents couldn't keep up with him. He was always running, jumping, and causing trouble. Da Vinci had a wild imagination. He thought he could do anything. He believed he was invincible. This belief often led him into dangerous situations. His teachers were worried about him. They saw how reckless he could be. Da Vinci never listened to warnings. He thought rules were for other kids, not for him. He would climb the tallest trees in the schoolyard. He'd run across busy streets without looking. His friends admired his bravery. But they didn't know the risks he was taking. Da Vinci's parents tried to teach him about safety. They sat him down many times. They explained the dangers of his actions. But Da Vinci just rolled his eyes. He thought they were being boring and overprotective. He didn't understand why everyone was so worried. In his mind, he was just having fun. He couldn't see the potential consequences of his actions. At night, Da Vinci would dream of grand adventures. He imagined himself as a superhero. In his dreams, he could fly and nothing could hurt him. These dreams only fueled his reckless behavior. He woke up each day ready to test his limits. Little did he know real life wasn't like his dreams. The world could be a dangerous place for an immature 8-year-old boy. Da Vinci's days were filled with risky choices. He loved to show off to his friends. One day, he decided to ride his bike down the steepest hill in town. His friends watched in awe as he zoomed past. Da Vinci felt invincible. The wind rushed through his hair. His heart raced with excitement, but he didn't see the large rock in his path. In a split second, everything changed. Da Vinci's bike hit the rock. He was thrown into the air. Time seemed to slow down. He could see the ground coming closer. Then everything went black. When he woke up, he was in the hospital. His arm was in a cast. His face was covered in scratches. His parents looked worried and disappointed. But even this didn't stop Da Vinci. As soon as he healed, he was back to his old ways. He climbed onto the roof of his house. He wanted to see if he could jump to the neighbor's trampoline. His mother screamed when she saw him. Da Vinci just laughed. He thought it was all a game. He didn't realize how scared his parents were. Da Vinci's friends started to worry about him too. They saw how close he came to serious injury. Some of them stopped hanging out with him. They were afraid of getting hurt, but Da Vinci didn't care. He thought they were just being cowards. He couldn't see that his behavior was pushing people away. He was too caught up in the thrill of the moment. One evening, Da Vinci had his most dangerous idea yet. He saw the streetlights coming on as dusk fell. He wondered what it would be like to swing from them. Without a second thought, he ran towards the nearest light pole. He started to climb, his small hands gripping the cold metal. Higher and higher he went. His heart pounded with excitement. From the ground, people started to notice. A crowd gathered, pointing up at the small boy. Someone called the police. Da Vinci's parents were alerted, but Da Vinci didn't care. He had reached the top. He could see the whole neighborhood from up there. He felt like he was on top of the world. He didn't realize the danger he was in. Then Da Vinci made his move. He reached out to grab the light fixture. He wanted to swing from it like a monkey, but the metal was slippery. His hand slipped. Suddenly he was falling. The ground rushed up to meet him. He heard screams from below. He closed his eyes, waiting for the impact. By some miracle, Da Vinci survived the fall, but he was badly hurt. He had broken several bones. He had a concussion. The doctors said he was lucky to be alive. As he lay in the hospital bed, he finally began to understand. His actions had consequences. He wasn't invincible after all. The reality of his situation started to sink in. Section 4, Consequences and Hospital Visits. Da Vinci spent weeks in the hospital. He had to undergo multiple surgeries. The pain was intense. He couldn't move without help. For the first time in his life, he felt truly vulnerable. He saw the worry in his parents' eyes. He heard the doctors discussing his injuries. It was a harsh wake-up call for the young boy. Visitors came and went, his classmates brought cards and small gifts, but Da Vinci couldn't enjoy them. He was trapped in a world of pain and regret. He replayed the streetlight incident in his mind. He thought about all the times he'd put himself in danger. He realized how close he had come to losing everything. The recovery process was slow and difficult. Da Vinci had to learn to walk again. He had to go through painful physical therapy sessions. Every day was a struggle. He missed playing outside, he missed his friends, but most of all he missed the carefree boy he used to be. He started to understand the true cost of his reckless behavior. As the weeks turned into months, Da Vinci had a lot of time to think. He thought about his parents and how much he had worried them. He thought about his friends and how he had scared them. He realized that his actions didn't just affect him, they affected everyone around him. This realization was perhaps the most painful of all. Section 5. A painful lesson learned. Finally, after months of recovery, Da Vinci was allowed to go home, but he wasn't the same boy who had climbed that streetlight. He was quieter now, more thoughtful. He moved carefully, aware of his still healing body. The world seemed different to him now. He saw dangers where before he'd only seen excitement. Da Vinci's parents noticed the change in their son. They were relieved but also saddened. They knew he had learned a hard lesson. They tried to comfort him, to help him find joy again, but Da Vinci struggled. He was afraid to take risks now. He second-guessed every decision. The confidence he once had was gone, replaced by fear and doubt. At school, things were different too. His classmates treated him differently. Some were overly careful around him, as if he might break. Others avoided him, unsure how to act. Da Vinci felt isolated. He missed his old life, but he knew he could never go back to being that reckless boy. He had to find a new way to be. Slowly, Da Vinci began to understand the importance of balance. He realized that growing up didn't mean losing all fun. It meant being responsible and considering consequences. He started to see that true bravery wasn't about taking unnecessary risks. It was about facing life's challenges with wisdom and care. This understanding marked the beginning of his journey towards true maturity. Section 6. The Path to Maturity. As time passed, Da Vinci found a new way of living. He learned to channel his energy into safer activities. He took up painting and discovered he had a talent for it. He joined a drama club and found he loved acting. These activities allowed him to use his imagination without putting himself in danger. Da Vinci also started to rebuild his relationships. He apologized to his parents for all the worry he had caused them. He thanked his friends for sticking by him. He even made new friends who appreciated his new, more thoughtful approach to life. Slowly but surely, Da Vinci was finding his place in the world. There were still challenges, of course. Sometimes Da Vinci felt the old urge to do something dangerous. But now he had tools to deal with these feelings. He would talk to his parents or a trusted teacher. He would express his feelings through art. He learned that it was okay to have these impulses, as long as he handled them responsibly. As Da Vinci grew older, he often reflected on his experiences. He realized that his journey had taught him valuable lessons about life. He learned the importance of listening to others, of considering consequences, and of valuing his own safety and well-being. Most importantly, he learned that true self-belief comes not from reckless actions, but from facing life's challenges with courage and wisdom. Da Vinci's story became a powerful reminder that maturity is not about age, but about the choices we make and the lessons we learn along the way.